Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and it is Saturday, so I'm back with another slasher review as part of the TheHORROrmans Slashback Slasher Challenge series. And this week's theme is creepy clown slashers, so I've decided to review Terrifier. Now the plot for this one is kind of non-existent. It centres around a small group of female friends on Halloween night, and they become the target of a really creepy killer clown who starts picking them off one by one during the course of the evening. And that is pretty much it for the story. So now we'll move on to my thoughts on Terrifier. I really enjoy this movie a lot. I think it's a fantastic modern slasher, especially in terms of the kills and especially the killer Art the Clown himself. However, there is a major issue that I have with this film, which I will talk about throughout the course of this review. But first of all, we'll talk a little bit about the location. I think the location is awesome within this film, and the location and the killer kind of go hand in hand. They work really well. And what I mean by that is the location within this movie is in a really quiet, isolated area of town. And the central location for this movie is actually an abandoned apartment building, which works really well. Again, extremely quiet, creepy, and isolated. And the killer is pretty much like that too. He's quiet throughout the course of the film. He is extremely creepy, and a lot of his on-screen creepiness really relies on his facial expressions and just emotion and behavior throughout the course of the film. And for me, it works really well with the location, because like I said, the location is really quiet and isolated, and the killer is also really quiet. So I hope that makes sense, but yeah, I don't know, for some reason the location and the killer just work so well within this film. Now we'll move on to the characters. Pretty standard for a modern slasher, nothing to write home about, nothing absolutely amazing, but then nothing terrible at all. They're pretty much there just to get picked off. And yeah, but with that being said though, I didn't have an issue with any of the cast or any of the acting within this film. It was all pretty good. The killer, Art the Clown, I think is absolutely fantastic, and you really can't get much more creepy than Art the Clown when it comes to a killer clown slasher film. I think his character portrayal is fantastic. As I said, he's silent, he's quiet, and his character really relies on his facial expressions, almost kind of like a mimer in that aspect, and his overall on-screen behavior, and it just works so well. Absolutely fantastic killer Art the Clown. I think he is really awesome, very effective, and most importantly, especially for this week's theme, extremely creepy. So I love the killer of Art the Clown. I also really like the kills within this film quite a lot, and they're kind of brutal, to be completely honest. There was a couple there that kind of had me squirming a little bit, which is definitely a good thing. A couple of standout kills are the one where he is basically disfiguring the guy's face. That was pretty full on to watch. And of course I have to mention the female victim getting sawed in half. Probably the most popular kill within this film, but again, that was a pretty squirmy and hard to watch kill as well. And fantastic effects within this film. It's pretty bloody, and yeah, there's some good gore. So I really like the kills a lot too. Now the only real issue that I have with this film is the fact that it's kind of very chasey. So there's a lot of chase scenes between one of the victims especially and Art the Clown within this apartment building, and I just kind of felt that the movie dragged a little bit. There was just a little bit too many chase sequences for my liking, and I kind of felt if they'd toned down on that a little bit, perhaps tightened it up a little bit, not made as many sort of chase scenes throughout this film, it would have been a little bit better for me. But in saying that though, that doesn't really take anything away from the film. As I said, I really like the location and the setting. The characters are good enough. Art the Clown himself is a fantastic killer, really, really creepy, and the kills are pretty awesome. So yeah, I really, really enjoy Terrifier a lot. I'm sure most of you have seen this already. It's pretty readily available via DVD, Blu-ray, and streaming as well. But yeah, if you haven't checked this one out though, I definitely recommend it. The killer, as I said, very, very creepy and just an awesome killer clown. Great kills and really good locations. So yeah, this one definitely comes recommended. So if you've seen Terrifier, please let me know what you think of it in the comments section below. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. I know this movie is pretty popular and for good reason. So yeah, that is it for this week's review. Until next Saturday when I'll be back with another one, I hope you've enjoyed this review, and thank you for watching.